Hello and welcome to another edition of Good Deeds. It is brought to you by justserve.org. If you're looking for ways to get involved in the community and make a difference in people's lives, make our community a better place, there are tons of organizations out there that are doing that every day, and you can get involved. Justserve.org is a great place to start. Well, today we are talking with an organization that has been doing just that here in Northern California for many, many years, and they're doing wonderful work. Special Olympics Northern California. We are chatting with Tyler this morning. And Tyler, welcome to Good Deeds, and thank you for everything that you're doing for families here in Northern California.
Absolutely, Sheryl. Thank you so much for having us on.
Could you elaborate a little bit on what Special Olympics Northern California does and how they're helping families in our community?
Sure. Special Olympics Northern California, we serve children and adults with intellectual disabilities of all ages, offering year-round sports programs, school programs in schools that bring general education and special education students together through sports. Our health and wellness programs, which is all about physical and mental health and well-being, not just on the field, but in life. And our leadership program, which trains athletes to be advocates for themselves and for people with disabilities. All of our programs are offered free of cost to the athletes and their families, and it really is it's a great experience for people with disabilities who often get looked at as through the lens of their disability and not through celebrating all of their unique and amazing abilities, both in sports and in life.
What are some of the ways the whole family benefits from having a member involved with Special Olympics?
Yeah, so when an athlete comes into Special Olympics, it really is a whole family affair. We have parents and siblings and cousins that are volunteers and come out to cheer at competitions, and it's really all about being supportive and about celebrating everyone for their individual uniqueness and for who they are. And some of our athletes, this is the first time they're on a team. This is the first time they're competing, first time winning, first time making so many amazing friends, and their family and their friends get to share in that experience with them, and also meet other families with shared experiences. And it's really an awesome time.
What are some of the ways that the community as a whole benefits from the work that you're doing with Special Olympics and the families?
Yeah, so not only does Special Olympics benefit our athletes and their families, but we really are working to get out in the community and promote the idea of inclusion. So sports is a great way to have our athletes showcase their abilities. They gain confidence and they can take that into the workplace or into school. And that really brings the community together and opens the hearts and minds of people maybe without disabilities who aren't really involved in Special Olympics at all. They see someone with maybe a perceived disability doing all these amazing things, and it really reinforces the concept that we're all more alike than we are different.
You've invited one of your athletes to join us to talk about his experience. Why don't you introduce us to Jonathan?
Yeah, we're very excited to have Jonathan Sparks on today.
Yes.
Jonathan's one of our athletes since 1975. Competes in a number of sports. And Jonathan, what's one of your favorite things about Special Olympics?
I would say it's being and
Like we might have a little bit of a connection issue with Jonathan. Let's come back to Jonathan in a minute, but why don't you tell us about the event you've got coming up? And this is something the whole community can get involved with. Polar Plunge. When, where, what is it? Could you tell us more about that?
We're very excited for our Greater Sacramento Polar Plunge coming up on Saturday, March 19th, and that is at Folsom Lake. It's a fun experience where the whole community can gather together. We have games and food, entertainment, and then take a chilly splash, as you can see there, into the water, all in support of athletes like Jonathan.
Oh, fantastic. Now, I would love to support. I am not a fan of being cold, especially in the winter time. So, is there a way that someone like myself or someone in the community can support and be a part of it without getting cold and wet?
Yes. So the Polar Plunge is, as you saw, people jump in, but you can come and support us and stay perfectly dry. You still raise funds. You still get all the great incentives that we offer uh, for fundraising. You really just get to enjoy the whole experience, even if you don't want to get wet. And you can watch other people get wet, and hold the towels and pass them out, and and get the coffee ready for when everyone else comes out.
Now that I can do.
Yeah.
Jonathan, let's see if your mic is working again. So tell me, do you enjoy the polar plunge and what's the best part?
Jonathan
Looks
is
like
one
we
of
lost.
he's one of our top athlete fundraisers every year. Raises funds to help himself and his peers, which is awesome. You'll
That's
see him
awesome.
out there this year. I'm sure he plunges every year, even in that cold water. He sings the national anthem for the event every year, so he's a big part of our plunge experience.
That is fantastic. Looking forward to meeting him in person at the Polar Plunge March 19th. If folks want to learn more about other events that you have going on during the year, Polar Plunge, or just ways in general that they can support and be a part of Special Olympics Northern California, how can they find out more and how can they get involved?
For the Polar Plunge, we encourage everyone to visit plungeca.com. That has all the plunges, not only in Sacramento, but we have Bay Area and Fresno, and you can drive down to Santa Cruz, plunge at the beach, plunges all around, but you find the Sacramento information there. And then our website is sonc.org. You can learn all about our programs, learn how to volunteer, learn how to donate and support, or again, if you have a family member that would benefit from Special Olympics, it's free, and we'd love to have everybody who wants to join us join us.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for everything that you're doing for families here in Northern California and for helping to make our community a better place. And thank you for being a part of Good Deeds today.
Thank you so much for having us, Sheryl. I'll speak on behalf of Jonathan. We really appreciate it.